So tell me how we ended up here in your backyard, or how did you end up in your backyard, you know, as a farmer versus out in Viroqua or someplace?
Right. Well, I started out farming rurally and on rented land, and my wife and I had probably a 3-year search where we courted many landowners and tried to make a compelling case of why they should sell their land to us below market value because we couldn't afford market value, you know,
Sure.
even for a few acres. And so what happened is we'd get so close and we'd think that we were, you know, had convinced someone to give us a deal, and then at the last minute it would fall through. So we resolved that we would look for a place in town that had some land associated with it, and that we would make the best go of it. And
Okay.
And at that time it had occurred to me that doing seedling production in a small greenhouse in the city, there could be some good income associated with that.
Sure.
And so up to this year it's been a profitable avocation rather than my full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I do it, the more I love it, and the more I want to make it into a full-time job. Maybe teaching on the side, teaching about what I'm doing, as
Sure.
well as doing it, and blending that together to be my full-time job. But in the meantime, I'm a teacher in the public schools, and that's a really important job for me as well. So
Okay.
I don't take my commitment to that lightly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're, you know, we are in Madison in a lot,
Right.
on a lot,
Right.
and this is a viable farm.
It is a viable farm.
This is called a greenhouse, right?
Well, I don't know. Some people call it a hoop house. Some people call it a greenhouse. It's homemade. It measures 10 feet wide by 40 feet long.
Okay.
And I can get 200 flats like this in here at a time. This is where I love to spend time in the springtime. It's
Sure.
just warm and cozy. The plants are robust and healthy, and I see them grow a little bit every day. And I think about these going to gardeners in Madison and beyond, and it makes me feel like I'm really providing a valuable service, getting healthy plants into people's gardens. Here's a grown-up tomato that this has been in here for about 5 or 6 weeks.
Okay.
And this is another stage of that same plant. So these guys were planted about 2 weeks ago. So they're up, and these guys are ready to go into bigger pots probably this week.
And you'll be selling these at the market, is that correct?
I will, yeah. As the big boys here in this size pot. So all the seedlings sell for $3.75 a piece, or 6 for $21. So if you buy a 6-pack, you save $1.50. Niagas, which is a Polish purple heirloom. I have Rosso Sicilian, which is from Italy. Opelka, another Polish heirloom. I'm a French teacher, so I have quite a few French varieties. I have Ananas Noir, which translates to black pineapple. I have Jaune Flamme, which is Yellow Flame, which is a nice salad-size orange tomato that is super sweet and is one of the earliest tomatoes. And then a lot of American heirlooms like Cherokee Purple and Brandywine, Amish Paste.
Nice.
Yeah, lots. So many. It's hard to remember all of them. But I would say probably 20, 25 different varieties of tomatoes.
Right.
And so coming on back here, we've got basil, chives, fennel, oregano, Swiss chard, chervil, lettuces, nasturtium, parsley, celery. Yeah, lots of good stuff.
And that's just in the hoop house.
That's just in the hoop house, and so there's more that's growing in the ground outside, and then we've got quite a few other varieties that are hardening off in the cold frame outside.
Great.
Yeah, is an unprecedented spring. I know that I'm not the only grower that's really risked planting things early this year. So the garlic is something that is, I'd say it's pretty far along this year. It's planted in the fall and comes up in the spring of its own accord, and so it's pretty far along.
Now, will you be bringing this to market?
I will, in fact, yeah, if the restaurants don't buy it up before I have a chance.
Is this what you call a cold frame?
This is a cold frame. It does have plastic that can go over the top of it to protect it from wind or cold temperatures. And I've got this heater inside. If it gets real cold, then I'll turn that on. And then I've got this fan, which is right up against a small hole in the greenhouse that draws greenhouse air out, and just keeps this not as warm as the greenhouse, but a little bit warmer than the ambient temperature at night.
So they go from the greenhouse to the cold frame.
To the cold frame.
To the market.
To the market.
To my garden.
To your garden, that's right.